I'm okay if you guys think that, yeah, Natalie Cobra, she's a really shitty minimalist. Like, I'll be honest, like, I don't listen to her for advice. Good. What I was doing wrong with my minimalism was I was living with a scarcity mindset and I was calling it minimalism. I think that's what I was doing. So now I live in abundance and I do that first. And if minimalism like matches with it, amazing. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be what I learned from my 1-year minimalism break. So without further ado, let's just get to the video. Let's get it, let's go. For those of you who are new, I'm a minimalist and I've been a minimalist for about 7 years, and then in my 8th year, I decided to take a break just because my mental health was in the gutter and I needed a change of pace. So I decided, why don't I take a year off and document it? And can you believe it, guys? It was like an actual year. Okay, so number 1, which is probably the best one, I realized that it's actually okay to buy nice things. So this was clearly a me problem. I'm not saying this is a minimalism problem. There's a lot of minimalists who buy nice things. But for me personally, that was something that was a really big struggle of mine. I really did not feel justified in buying new things, nice things. I was like, that is very anti-minimalism. That is very consumerist. I don't want to partake in that. And so I didn't. And for a really long time in my minimalism journey, it kind of took a toll on me, being very stoic and frugal for years on end. When I took my minimalism break and gave myself full permission to indulge in these things, my mental health got so much better. It like skyrocketed, and I feel like it's actually okay to buy nice things. I have found kind of like that happy balance between like being a good minimalist and like buying nice things. I would say like it's intention that has really freed me. I feel very happy and intentional with the things that I buy. And I've actually also made my peace that yes, it may not be what people consider being a good minimalist, but I'm okay with that. I think that my mental health should come first. And so I just, I'm very okay with buying nice things if there's intention behind it. Okay, the second thing is that I realized it's okay to have hobbies. I think that I clearly was doing minimalism wrong. I felt like I couldn't have hobbies, otherwise I wasn't being a good minimalist. So I decluttered out of my life a lot of things that brought me joy because I was like, that's not being a good minimalist. And so if you're wondering what are some hobbies that I brought back into my life, I took up sewing again. So I like repair and upcycle my pieces. I've taken up watching videos on like luxury bags because why the hell not? And anything that I want to watch, I just watch. I've included a little bit of shopping in my lifestyle. I was very anti-shopping for a really long time, and I don't think that that's healthy because then I'd go on a bender and then what was the point? So I think it's okay to have hobbies, even hobbies that take up tools. Like it's okay. Like minimalism isn't even real. It's just a concept we came up with. Cater it to your life. Okay, number 3, minimalism isn't at the center of my life anymore. I think that I felt like in order to be a good minimalist YouTube content creator, minimalism had to be at the forefront of my brain and everything centered around minimalism. And I couldn't even buy anything without experiencing deep-rooted minimalism guilt. And in my minimalism break, I didn't do that. I gave myself full permission to live my best life, even if it meant being a bad minimalist. And in doing so, I've realized now that minimalism is just a tool for me. It's like a lifestyle, but it's not like the most important thing. Like I'm not going to do certain things with being a minimalist at the forefront. Like there's other things I prioritize. Like I prioritize like my health. I prioritize my work. I prioritize my financial money management first. Even if sometimes that might mean I'm not being the best of minimalists. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. You know, a lot of minimalists are like, don't buy things on sale. That's wasting money. But I'm like, but why not? And so I shop Black Friday. So like, I'll always put that first now before minimalism. And I'm okay with that. Okay, number 4. I've decided to let go of the guilt. In my minimalism journey, everything made me guilty. If I ate junky food, I'm not being a good minimalist. If I, bought something, I wasn't being a good minimalist. If I mindlessly consumed social media, I wasn't being a good minimalist. There was just so much guilt. Everything that I did. Breathing air made me guilty. I don't do that anymore. I don't live my life like that. I think what I was doing wrong with my minimalism was I was living with a scarcity mindset and I was calling it minimalism. I think that's what I was doing. So now I live in abundance and I do that first. And if minimalism like matches with it, amazing. I try to use it kind of like a guideline, like parlay. They're not rules, they're just guidelines. And if I break the rules, I don't feel bad. I just don't feel like bringing guilt to the table anymore. I don't see the point in it anymore. Number 5, I don't want to be a perfect minimalist. I think that maybe because my journey has been very public on my YouTube channel, I felt like I couldn't mess up and I was always so scared of judgment from others. I had to be a perfect minimalist. I don't do that anymore, guys. I'm okay if you guys think that, yeah, Natalie Cobra, she's a really shitty minimalist. Like, I'll be honest, like I don't listen to her for advice. Good. I don't want to be a role model. I'm not trying to help anybody here. I'm just documenting my journey in hopes that it could provide, I guess, a template for somebody else to be like, yeah, this is how it went. If it helps, take what works and leave what doesn't. That's all that I'm trying to do. I'm just documenting it. So I'm not interested in being perfect anymore. And you guys can see that. I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of times on my channel you guys have watched my stuff and been like, yeah, she sucks as a minimalist. Like, what is she doing? Like, don't take advice from her. And it's true, don't. I don't want to be a perfect minimalist anymore. I just want to be me, and I want to do minimalism in a way that helps support my life and makes me feel like I'm living my best life. And I think that that's me being a good minimalist, not, I don't even know, being another Fumio disciple. Okay, number 6. I've actually made my peace with thinking that marketing isn't evil. So I think that somewhere down the line, I definitely drank the minimalism Kool-Aid. If marketing and consumerism, if that's in my life, it's evil. I don't think that anymore. And I think I've kind of have a different take on that just because I do more business related stuff, not just being strictly content creator. I think that I've noticed with a lot of the content creators that I follow that are minimalism, that don't run a business, definitely can very easily and guilt-free villainize marketing, which I completely respect and understand. But if you run a business, you'll kind of realize that marketing isn't completely evil. This could also just be because I started running a business. If you're wondering what it is, I run a school, I have a jewelry business, even my own channel. Marketing myself has come by because I've embraced marketing. I'm like, I see it more kind of like helping. The product exists, but if I'm in the middle of the desert, I'm not really helping anybody. So I don't think marketing is evil. I think that the product being sold is what is evil. So if you are constantly buying things that you don't need and it's putting you in a financial state of affairs, then yeah, maybe marketing is evil. But I don't think marketing is evil. It's really how it's used and how it's consumed. So if it can provide you with help, like honestly, a lot of medicine is marketed to you and it's supposed to help you. Although that also is another issue. I'm not going to get into that. But just generally speaking, my relationship with marketing is a lot healthier. I go to the store now, and if they did a good job of marketing it, and I feel like if it's my lifestyle, I'm actually okay with buying it. And I don't think
these evil companies are trying to take my money.
I mean, it is these companies trying to take my money, but I don't think that they're evil. I don't think that applying this type of morality is going to serve me or help me. I'm just going to be constantly angry all the time thinking like these evil companies. It's just not really good for my mental health. It wasn't good for my mental health. I felt like everybody was out to get me. All these companies were out to get me. But now that I sell my own jewelry and I, run a content creation, my own channel, I've kind of realized marketing doesn't have to be an evil thing. It's just a tool, just like minimalism. So I really do hope that these tips could have helped anybody else out who thinks that, a minimalism break would be great. I think that if you're thinking about it, you should definitely do a break. Wonderful things will come out of it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.